At the time of this recording, it is currently 7:30 in the morning, and I have still yet to get a single wink of sleep because unlike the people who have been criticizing me, as I've been warning you guys for 2 weeks now that all of this was going to happen, unlike them, I'm actually up doing my job, doing my research, so I can bring the facts to you all. Not some parroted information that I heard from some old man that calls himself Cat Turd or any of that nonsense that for some reason some brainwashed people on the right are now spreading. No, I am here 7:30 in the morning, bright and early, without any sleep, to spread the facts. If you appreciate it, hit that like button. But anyways, here is where we are at right now. Trump is starting to realize, hopefully, that he got tricked by Israel. You see, as soon as Trump announced this magnificent ceasefire deal, as soon as he announced it to the world, Israel launched their biggest attack on Iran yet, folks. And this is what I've been trying to warn you about. I've been trying to warn you that what we're seeing happening right now is bigger than just the war in Iran. A lot of this is about undermining Trump, making Trump look bad, splitting his voter base. That's what a lot of this is about as well. And that was effective because now a lot of Trump's supporters are fighting. I mean, personally, I can tell you that people who I've known for years, supporters and members of my channel, have turned on me simply because I've been warning you guys about what was going to happen. Now, I like Trump. A lot of people always think that he's playing 5D chess. Unfortunately here, Trump got tricked. Trump and a lot of his voter base got tricked. And he's basically already admitting that he is snapping, cussing on the news. He's not happy. Because I do believe that Trump wants peace. I don't think that Trump is someone that really wants war. But I do think that Israel was able to get in his ear and trick him. Because like I've reported to you all this entire time, all of this information about nukes and all of that stuff, that intel was coming from Israel. Israel has been saying that stuff for over 40 years. Okay? Trump's advisors, everyone was telling him otherwise. U.S. intelligence officials were saying otherwise. A lot of his loyal supporters like Tucker Carlson and people like that who have been by his side during the entire election, who helped him get elected, they were warning him. Trump pushed everyone to the side and chose to listen to Israel. And now he's finding out the hard way that they tricked him, that they played him. They waited for him to literally announce the ceasefire deal before launching their biggest attack. The ceasefire deal did not even last 5 minutes, and now everyone's laughing about it. Now everyone's making a huge joke about it, and it makes Trump look bad. It makes it look like it's all on Trump. But what I've been trying to tell you since day one is that Trump is not really in control of this situation. This situation is basically being controlled by Israel, okay? Israel is in the driver's seat here. And Trump tried to give them the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the information they had. He came in, he did their bidding, he carried out this attack. Now that it's over, we have gained nothing. His voter base has been split, and the ceasefire already over, and he knows it does not make him look good. I want to go ahead and roll this clip because, like I said, Trump is upset. I don't see Trump cussing on the news that often, but he kind of got really frustrated here. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. the biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Do you have to respond to Iran on this?
I honestly don't know how Trump and I guess the new MAGA movement, whatever this is, I don't know. I thought that everyone who voted for Trump was kind of together, but over the last week, apparently, we're not. If you were against, I guess, fighting for Israel, if you were against being tricked by Israel, then they said that you weren't real MAGA and stuff like that. Listen, if Trump knows what's good for him, whoever has been in his ear lately, he needs to get rid of him. Trump needs to go back to listening to the people who were loyal to him, who were talking to him along the way during the campaign trail, during the election and stuff like that. Whoever has been in his ear about this Israel situation has been feeding him horrible intel. And I say that while knowing they're not going to come out and just tell you this themselves, but behind the scenes, a lot of Trump's advisors, military officials, intelligence officials, they've been telling him that the information that Israel has been giving him about Iran's nuclear sites is not all the way accurate. The timetable, all the way off. I've been reporting this for a while now. People didn't believe me. That's okay. People will come around on their own time. I'm glad that Trump is starting to see the issue here, but still, I don't think Trump quite gets it yet. And I'm not someone that's saying, hey, I know better than Trump. I know everything. I'm smarter than Trump. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I think that someone in Trump's position, I mean, it's a hard job. It's a job that I couldn't do. It's a job that you couldn't do. You know, I'm not under the impression that I'm ready for this task. But there's a lot of difficult decisions that you have to make. And you have to make sure you got good people around you. Okay? You can make bad decisions thinking that it's a good decision. We make mistakes all the time, right? We're humans. We do things thinking that we're doing a good thing, and it turns out it wasn't a good thing. That's basically what happened just now, okay? So I'm hoping that Trump comes to that realization, but I don't think he is all the way there yet because he's also upset about the reporting when it comes to this attack. Because it's been reported that these nuclear sites, or at least Fordo, was not totally destroyed. It's been reported that they don't know where the uranium is. It's been reported that they basically vacated and got all of the important stuff out of this nuclear site days or even months in advance. And Trump is mad because he thinks it's the fake mainstream media, CNN and stuff like this, spreading that news. But the reality is, yes, they're reporting on that, but the actual source of all of this information is Israeli officials. So Trump's like mad thinking that this information is coming from elsewhere, but the information is coming from Israel. You could literally go turn on their news stations and listen. I think you could probably find the live streams on YouTube. They're reporting different information than what Trump is reporting, and I believe it's on purpose. I believe all of this is by design to try to make Trump look bad, to split Trump's voter base, and of course to get the war in Iran that they've been wanting since before I was born, well before I was born. So as Trump is telling everyone, hey, you know, the ceasefire is on. It's a great ceasefire. You know, I worked out this great deal. As soon as Trump says that, Israel goes and bombs Iran, right? And remember, we got here during negotiations. Trump was actually still negotiating with Iran. I know they went past their 60 days, but Trump wasn't ready to act yet. Israel acted first. Israel went ahead and did what they did knowing that they were going to drag us in and kind of forced Trump's hand. But right now, as we speak, as Trump and our Secretary of Defense is speaking about how effective these strikes are, Israel is reporting that Fordo is not destroyed. Israel is reporting that they don't know where the uranium is. All of this information is not just being created out of nowhere by the mainstream media. I know the mainstream media lies, but the source of their information is the Israeli officials. So once again, I think there's some type of miscommunication here. I don't know what's going on with Trump, but let's go ahead and roll this clip of him talking about that really quick.
Been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean.
You don't believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers.
Israel says that they violated the peace.
You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
So yeah, folks, long story short, it's a complete and utter shit show. And this, folks, is why you do not get involved in conflicts in the Middle East. Okay? I thought that Americans kind of understood that. Because we've been involved in this tit-for-tat lying nonsense for like 20-something years. We just kind of got out of it, and now we're right back at it again. And everyone forgot that, you know, there's never peace in the Middle East. There's always turmoil. You can't go in there and change these people's ways of life. They don't want it. Most of them don't. And when you do change their ways of life, other people take over. It just never ends well. And that's why it's best to not get involved, which is what I've been advocating for this entire time. Because I know it's just better not to get involved with this stuff. As Trump said himself, as I've told you guys years ago when I first started talking about this, years before this started happening, Israel and Iran, Israel and the Palestinians, listen, this is a conflict that's been going on for a long time. It's kind of like a lover's quarrel. You do not get involved in other people's relationship drama, because at the end of the day, you're always going to be the odd man out. And you don't really have anything to gain from that. So in this situation, better not to get involved. But we did get involved, and now we're here. Nothing was accomplished, and now we have foreign governments that claim to be our allies, doing whatever they can to make Trump look bad, while doing whatever they can to make him break his promises to his voter base by entering into a senseless war. And from the looks of it, at the very least, maybe it's all an act, but Trump looks frustrated, and I'm hoping that he's waking up to the reality of what is going on, and I'm hoping that a lot of you all watching this video have waken up to the reality that is going on. welcome. No hard feelings. I've tried to warn you guys since the beginning. Maybe you guys have seen the light now. Maybe not. If not, you can live in fairy tale land. We're going to be over here with the facts, though, because that's all we do over here. For now, you let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and maybe, just maybe, I can go try to get some sleep now.